Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with the mail day. Got some good stuff in, some randomness, maybe a little something for everybody again. Got this 07 Vernon Davis, not really sure why, but it's out of 52 and it was nicely centered. Why not? He left us, but I got this for a decent enough deal, and I like to collect the Niners contenders of at least the players that are doing good things. So he left us a little too soon, but he was going to be pretty damn expensive. And we drafted his replacement for the draft pick that we got. So we got a much cheaper replacement, so hopefully it works out. But Forrest Buckner there. This took fucking 4 weeks, I think, to get to me. There's a dog hair in the damn case, but I have like 4 cards left that I need to send in for his Topps Master Set, Roger Craig. And this is not a great example, but if this is what I have left and the best I can find by the time I have all the rest of them to send in, that's probably what will happen, just to complete that. Let's see, I got a couple Rices. This one is a beauty right here. I don't remember the pop on this, but it's definitely none higher. Of 96 playoff absolute extreme team, and it's got some really good effects going there. So can't beat those 90s inserts. I think it's a pop 1, none higher. 97 Dynagon, the copper version. It's a PSA 8, but it's pop 2, none higher. And looking at this thing, I get it a little bit. There's a couple of the corners you can just see the faintest of white, and there's one that's a little bit worse than the others. But even given those, like the surface and everything else, just there's no way I would come close to pulling a card or finding another one in this good a condition. It's in fantastic condition for how rough these things normally are. So happy to have it. Got it cheap. Really want this one in a 10. I think this is like pop 4, maybe 1 higher or something like that. Aerial Assault from 99 Fleer. Just, I don't know, something about this card. I really just dig this design and everything. So if I find a 10 or the 10 ever gets listed, I'll spend a couple good bucks for it, I'm sure, if I can find it. But I've had a couple of these raw, and I've never even come close to finding one I was willing to take a risk on. And when I really like the card, I'm a little bit more risk acceptable. But still, I've never come anything close to something good on that. So glad to have a PSA 9. This one's pop 1 and higher as well, I believe. Preview from, let me see, try this side. There we go. 98 Collector's Edge Masters. Nice gold looking one. That's a preview. There's a little preview window right there. So there's the goats for the day. 2 Project 2020s in. I guess I'll show them in numerical order. Got the Bob Gibson from Sophia Chang. This is number 46 in the run. Look these up before prices on these things. I can't even imagine. I mean, they're available to everybody for $19.99, and some of them I bought for like $17.21 from bulk flippers. I stopped doing that because I don't, like I said before, I don't trust that they're going to send me when these prices are going nuts. But this card is going for $230 on the regular right now. It's a lower print run. It's like $12.59 or something like that, which is pretty damn low comparatively, but everybody had the chance to get it. I don't know why they did. I'm a big fan of Sophia Chang and her run, so that's definitely why I got it, and I wanted one of the Bob Gibsons. Not sure how many I'll get, but I'm digging this one. So I'm not looking to flip them at all. Obviously, if they go up in value, that's what you want, but I'm not really looking to sell. The King Saladin Mattingly. Just digging his style. Picked up a couple of his. I'm not going to get very many of these modern ones at all, but thought this was a good look. I like the ones that, there's a couple that show skylines and stuff like that. I thought that was cool, and it's pretty neat in here. It says the Hitman and Donnie Baseball over here, and I like some of these little small elements they put in here. This one is all over the price right now. Just today, I saw at least 10 or 12 that got sold, and they went everywhere from 58 to 115. I think the average was 95 to 100. I think a couple people just tossed up bin numbers or something, and people snatched them up with the quickness or something. But good looking card, and will look good with this set. But some crazy stuff for Project 2020. I don't understand. I've been talking to B. Ross 6 a bunch about it because he initially, I think I posted somewhere about it, and he hit me up and said, hey, we got a Facebook page going and everything like that. So we've been talking about it. I don't understand some of this stuff. I just told him a minute ago, I was like, I've been collecting for 30 years. I got an MBA. I don't understand what the hell is going on. Everybody had the chance to buy these things. I get that they'll go higher just because you can't get them anymore. But to think that there's so many people just joining in now that are so thirsty for cards that they missed that they would be paying hundreds upon hundreds for these. And then some of the cards are just hideous. And I'm no artist. I'll never claim to be. But there's a couple of Keith Shore, that artist. They're like horrible cartoons with big noses and stuff. I don't understand it at all. And some of those are just going for stupid numbers. The Bob Gibson is he's got like a damn pirate looking hat on. I mean, like old school pirate hat. And I don't know where it just doesn't make any sense to me. So there's some craziness going on, but hopefully some of the good guys are making some good money off of selling these things. And then I got two big ones for you here. I was just nervous, I guess, that in the escalation of all these prices, I said it a couple of times before, I think I didn't want to get left behind on some of these cards. I'm slow on the baseball pickups because, I try to stick to football predominantly. That has not gone well this year so far. I've gone heavy on baseball, but I didn't want to get left behind. There's been some cards I've always watched and always tried to get deals. I've lost this thing at auction by $5 or less, probably 20 sometimes. I was just, looking for a deal, usually looking for a lighthouse label, but definitely always looking for at least the basic hologram here. And so picked this up, paid an extra, 10 or so bucks for some of the ones that are going on auction. And this one was an auction with a high starting bid, and I just sent him an offer at what the high starting bid was. Because sometimes you just got the money and you don't want to fucking, I don't want to wait 7 days. I got a bad habit of putting bids on something, and all of a sudden 7 days later, by then I'm already seeing other things, buying other things, and all of a sudden, hey, you won. I spent that money on something else, so I try not to do that. And then here's a fantastic one. Should not have bought this card, but the hobby gods looked down upon me because I was like, where the hell am I pulling the money for this thing? But I had a LeBron 08 Chrome SGC 10, which is, the PSA 10 is going for like 600 some bucks or whatever. But there's still people I haven't jumped in too much to the high end SGC yet, right? And this was a slightly older label SGC. And so I had it listed for 600 OBO, and I was like 12, 13 people watching. I was like, crap, I won this card, and I was like, let me send who wants to, I tossed the hook out there and started trolling, and I sent an offer out for like, hey, yours now for like 460 or something. And I think some dude countered for like, no, maybe I said 480, I don't know what it was, and some dude countered at 450, and I was like, sold, because I need that money right now. So I didn't have to pay out of pocket. I got to use all PayPal for this, thankfully. Well, I guess the taxes still got me a little bit, but super excited for this. 1948 leaf, Sid Luckman with the yellow background. There's some little browning around the edges and stuff like that, but for the centering and the color, and I'm a sucker for the new label, and so it had all the things I was looking for, and so I knowingly bid on it at the last minute. Like, I ain't gonna let it go for this price, or for less than this. I'll find a way to scrounge something together to pay for it type of thing. And so I won it. I was super excited, thankfully, because I was going to have to bid for the one that was on PWCC right now, and those usually go for a little bit higher, right? But awesome dude. Played for the Bears from 39 to 50, 4-time NFL champ, MVP, 5-time first team All-Pro. Led the league in passing yards and touchdowns and things like that. 3 or 4 times in each category in his span. So, for his time period, he was the Tom Brady kind of thing. So, super excited to have that. Very high rated weight on the registry for the Hall of Fame set. So, that one, super excited to add that one. So that's what I got for you. I'm not looking to backtrack, but they still every day, Monday through Friday, toss out a couple of these on tops. Some good looking ones. I think I got about 4 of them this week. Been talking to a couple guys about them. Scotty Tradition is into them, and Mr. Fisherbite been talking on the regular about these. There's some good looking ones. Some of them like, and then some of them just don't look distinct enough. What was today? I think there was a Bob Gibson today or something like that, right? How about the Trout? No, it was, Bob Gibson. I think Doc Gooden was yesterday. Whatever it was. I was like, it's cool. I already got one of those guys, and it's not distinctive enough to toss another $20 because this is a marathon for Project 2020. 20 artists, 20 cards, all right, 400 of them, and a minimum of $20, right? Not getting all of them, but I'm not going to be blowing $35 a day on 2 of them or something like that. So be smart, collect what you like, and if it works out on a resale, go for it. But thanks for watching. Happy Friday. Hopefully a good bit of you get a 3-day weekend here. Enjoy. Spend some time with the family, but also spend some time in the hobby. And look forward to the content that you push out during it. Later.